Alright, we are getting the official countdown in SRL right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see how much delay there is. Okay. I'm apparently actually on Bernon's audio, and also I need to sync these streams up a bit. So let's do that. Alright, that's closer. Alright, it's bothering me. It's not quite synced yet. There, that's better. Okay, let's find out what our first item is, now that I'm done syncing things. Alright, we got high jump boots first. I hope I'm not... Well... Yeah, I guess I guess I am done sinking the ship. We'll get to that ship later. It's wrecked now. Hey, I try for perfection, but it usually doesn't quite happen. So, naturally, Morph Ball found in the ceiling at Retro Brinstar. Dark Red currently speedrunning how to get people out of chat. Alright, I believe we found our first missile on the right side. It's still important to waste as much time possible trying. Okay, we've got early luxury items, Spring Ball. At the Awakening Missile. So, early run validation? They do not have any sort of bombs, no power bombs, so we can't check the left side of Morph Pedestal yet. And now it's time for the climbs. I will reserve judgment on whether to swap audio once the climbs are done. Yeah. High jump boots definitely can mess with your head for the climb. Unless you've, like, practiced that too. Yeah, I don't know if I can boost the audio any further. Oh, I can, look at that. That is the wrong audio. Let's try that with the right audio. There you go. I didn't realize this thing apparently saves my volume settings from the last time I ran this. Did not expect that. Alright, we got power bombs at Bomb Teresa. You know what? I am actually going to swap the audio at this point. And I should boost that audio some more. Okay. That is actually as much as I can boost it. So, we got an Alcatraz on K-Dub's side, it looks like. Did K-Dub de-equip high jump boots? I'm guessing he did. And since he's got power bombs, going to check 230 missile. And we get more power bombs. Yeah, I know my keyboard is at least slightly audible. The Yeti has a tendency to pick up everything. Yeah, I would totally... Jeez, was it that loud? I would totally turn high jump boots off for Alcatraz. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I have a... I have like a chiclet key keyboard, too. It's not a mechanical or anything. We've got more missiles at Terminator Room. I'm gonna guess Bernon did not turn off high jump and elects to go out the other way. Alcatraz skip. I'm not a big fan of the Alcatraz skip when we're dealing with 5 power bombs. Meanwhile, K-Dub clearly just checked Gauntlet and I missed what it was. Because I choose the right time to be looking at the wrong screen. Oh, okay, so they probably checked really quickly, and it wasn't that important. Thanks, Smokey. Meanwhile, K-Dub into early Supers territory and Ron Popeil room. We've got an energy tank in the back. Yeah, that's where our tanks are at. We just found one. We just found 2. And we got more we got our first supers actually in the front. I also didn't catch what was under the bridge, but we'll see that soon enough, I'm sure. Meanwhile, Bernon went back to refill on power bombs at the ship, it looks like. So, what's up top? Top we got plain old missiles. Our early supers pedestal got a downgrade. And yep, missiles down there too. Smokey is correct. Meanwhile, Bernon just catching up to missiles on Terminator Room right now. Let's see, looks like K-Dub's gonna go for Edekun's area next, yep. Meanwhile, Bernon doing the back of Gauntlet check, and yep, supers on the left, missiles on the right. Missiles at Trolley Tank on K-Dub's side. Meanwhile, Bernon is firing missiles at those pirates like I fire jokes. They go over their head. More missiles in the back room here in the basement. Looks like Bernon's, sorry, not Bernon, K-Dub is going to take a safety save down here. And Bernon is just heading into Green Brinstar right now. Well, that is the correct response, Smokey. That means I'm doing my job. Alright, not too much of a problem for K-Dub in the basement there. Meanwhile, it looks like Bernon has a retry early supers room. Let's see what Edekun's room has. Some more supers? Okay, sure, we'll take those. Looks like Bernon's gonna have to retry again for the mock ball, but taking the missiles under the bridge. Yeah, no, yes, useful information. I remember telling Stratlog about that save point down there because I think Stratlog took a death during our first race. And yeah, I absolutely use that save point if I have no E-tanks because I am frightened by that otherwise. Which thing are you asking about not being vanilla? You don't normally go down, I mean, like in vanilla routing, you don't normally go down to Edakuns that soon. Oh, are you talking about the save room? Yeah, that's definitely vanilla. So we've got a super at the top left of pink, Brinstar. I'm a little wary of K-Dov's health going into this, but they've got supers, so it should be fine. Okay, good. Took out those side hoppers without issue. Yeah, take that energy, I would. And, oh wow, we got another hype Mission Impossible room with Space Jump. I think we had a hype one of those last restream I did, too. Alright, so that's important. Meanwhile, Bernon did not get an energy tank yet. Oh, Bernon gave up on early supers. Oh dear. This is gonna be, oh no! That damage just stacked, and Bernon took a death in the frog room near Edakun's area. Meanwhile, we've got more supers in charge location. I didn't check I didn't see what was at charge missile, because I was too busy having a heart attack watching Bernon. Yeah, I figured Bernon probably saved in the ship there, that's good. Okay. Meanwhile, K-Dove looks like they got the first try into backdoor of Spore Spawn. I need to learn that visual cue, because I'm terrible in terms of lack of consistency at that. And we got more power bombs in the Spore Spawn super spot. That's a bit of alliteration there. Yeah, I know there's at least 3 places that work that I've seen in terms of getting the early Spore Spawn. It's over 9,000! That was probably way too loud, I'm sorry. I wonder if Bernon's gonna try for, early supers again. Looks like he is. Alright. Come on, Bernon, you can do it! Oh, nope, landed too soon. Or didn't... I should say, didn't press down as he landed. Yeah, Bernon's having a rough time with Mockball. Meanwhile, K-Dub did a bunch of farming, clearly in order to survive the old Hopper family reunion. Sounds like he got, yep, wave glitch on first try. Or wavegate glitch on first try. And it's missiles. Meh. I wonder if Bernon's gonna give up on it again. Yep, looks like. Figured that was probably why he just farmed a bit there. But he is going to give Edakuns another try. I mean, too many missiles is, well, first of all, it'd probably be a good band name, but second of all, it's what happens in randomizers that, well, we don't know what the distribution is here yet, even, so there's also that. Okay, Bernon didn't die this time, that's good. I hope Bernon saves. Oh, good God, I hope not. Hope we don't get very at Spring Ball. Meanwhile, K-Dove into Green Hill where we had missiles there. Okay, Bernon is taking the save, that's good. because I could see this part being difficult. Okay, that one worked out. Oh. Fortunately, picking up some energy there. Oh, probably meant to farm, Gotta remember those take 2 shots from the pea shooter. Speaking of pea shooter, I think both players are wishing they had beams right now. Alright, Bernon is playing this very carefully. Clearly, the lack of the early Supers E-tanks, or the Ron Popeil E-tanks, as it were, making a pronounced difference for Bernon. Meanwhile, yeah, K-Dove could definitely stand for an energy refill right now. Oof. Those spikes, though. Oh my god, 15 energy. But Bernon is through. Now he just needs to wall jump a lot. Meanwhile, K-Dove is gonna check Spazer location. He's safe for now. I'm still worried. Although he should be able to farm some critters in the early bits. Oh, hey, look, we got Smoky validation now. Spacer got upgraded to Wave. Oh no. Bernon trying a safer setup, I guess, quote-unquote safer, to get into... There you go, he got it that time. Cool. And that was, of course, more supers. Meanwhile, K-Dove moving on to Kraid. Which, I mean, they've got high jump and they've got, well, K-Dove has space jump, so... Oh yeah, we forgot to mark space jump on K-Dove's side. So absolutely no problem getting into Kraid. No, not Spazer, space jump. We'll get it eventually, it'll be fine. Meanwhile, looks like Bernon wants a rematch. And so far isn't getting it. Darkrit is half awake, okay. Hang on, I can fix... Boink, there. Looks like we got a Kraid quick kill. Neat. That was presumably the chargeless Kraid quick kill, because I don't think we've seen charge yet. Meanwhile, Bernon moving on into Pink Brintstar, and Kraid just hoarding some power bombs. Oh geez, I probably did Darkrit a disservice by saying I'd cover this one and push mine back, because now that means Darkrit has to stay awake longer. So let's see what's in the Kraid E-Tank room. It's actually an E-Tank. Is this even randomized? Oh, of course it is. We got a Super Missile at charge on Bernon's side at the same time. Oh, we might see DLC on Bernon's side. You never know. Okay, it sounds like we might have a substitute in for the tracking duty, so let me go fix that. Uh-oh. Also had a little blip on the networking, but it's fine. there. I even remembered to mute so you didn't hear the keyboard. So I'm assuming KW just went down to check Croc Escape, and I didn't catch what it was, but we've got a super at the pedestal before high jump. Oh, it was supers at Croc Escape? Okay. The sound of muted keyboards. Oh, okay, well, your hopes and dreams of Varia at Spring Ball are now dashed. This is yet another Varia at High Jump Boot Seed. I think the very first race I had against Stratlog was a Varia at High Jump Boot Seed, and I went to Wreck Ship first, and I felt very bad for myself at that point. It's supposed to be in Spring Ball. Well, ain't that cute? But it's wrong! Okay, and wait, deciding to get the heck out of Norfair now that we can explore Norfair? Alright. Well, Phoenix Down, you may be reading K-Dub's mind here. I'm not sure what the play is. Yeah. They must very strongly feel that Wreck Ship is more worth their time. Or more likely to have gravity or something. I mean, they're both in logic now, right? But yeah, you've got a point. I guess you're saying prefer Wreck Ship if Wreck Ship is in logic, and since they found Space Jump. But yeah, to me, this is 6 of one, half dozen of another. Also going to check X-Ray. Let's see if X-Ray Room gives us some hype or not. Also, I'm gonna assume that Bernon didn't get Space Jump. Am I wrong? Bernon also still with no E-Tanks because wasn't able to get the Mach Ball. Oh. X-Ray, pre-X-Ray Room giving K-Dub a little more problems. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Bernon did not get Space Jump, so this is gonna be rough on Bernon. I did not see what was over at X-Ray, but clearly it wasn't living up to the hype. It was missiles again, of course it was. Seriously, blink and you'll miss these, or missile these, as the case may be. Alright, well, Bernon should get a little bit of reprieve here. About to, get the all smoky. Meanwhile, yep, K-Dub doing the power bomb to clear out all the rippers in Red Tower. Ridley with that few E-Tanks? No thanks, I wouldn't want to do that. Meaning with that few E-Tanks and no gravity. Alright, let's see what we got at Alpha Power Bombs. We've got a missile in front, and an E-Tank in back. Okay. And we're taking a lunch break now. Okay, we're done with lunch break. I mean, it wasn't Samus's lunch break, mind you, but it was somebody's lunch break. Alright, meanwhile, Bernon should be picking up Varia pretty soon. We'll see if Bernon decides to do Norfair. Since Bernon doesn't have Wreck Ship access right now, as far as I know. Meanwhile, we got supers at Beta Power Bombs. So, yep, Bernon now with Varia, and a few more supers. And K-Dove back up to Criteria. That sure sounds like a job. Jeez. Quad track and combo rando. Alright, looks like K-Dove gonna do the possibly Gauntlet and possibly Volcano checks right now. Meanwhile, Bernon, I guess, just checked the Croc escape item. Yeah, Bernon is going through Upper North here. Okay, no, K-Dove, I guess, stopped at ship, but now is going straight on to, well, first K-Dove's going straight in the moat, but then K-Dove is going straight on to wreck ship, it looks like. But yes, we most definitely have route divergence. Yeah, this has got to be a little scary for Bernon, given that he still has no E-tanks. That's a super. Yeah, I think he's thinking, I like my energy better than I like those supers. Yeah, Bernon is rightfully a little bit worried about lava. Please, Bernon. Please, Bernon. Please make it. Is he gonna get hit by that dude on the way through the door? No. Okay, good. Alright, we've got supers at the Dead Spike room in wrecked ship. Yeah, that, 1/3 of that 6x energy difference is Ron Popeil room. Oh, we just found Screw Attack at bottom right of Bubble Mountain? Holy cow. Well, that should make things a tiny bit less scary, but Bernon, please save. There's a save room above you. Please do it. Do the thing. Alright, you got some energy there. That's better. Probably considering what to do next. He does have wave. He could face Crocomire. He should also farm if he's going to do that. Okay, I think he just got the idea to farm. Okay, cool. Accidentally screw attacking all the critters there. Meanwhile, K-Dove into the Phantoon fight. Yeah, you know, tilling fields with a screwdriver, that's perfectly normal. Alright. Looks like Bernon is indeed thinking Crocomire things, potentially. Oh god, those guys take out 40 a pop. Hope he realizes how much health he just lost. Hope he also realizes he could have farmed at the left of the room that... Oh, yeah, there's energy there. Never mind. I always forget that that energy refill room is right there. Bernon might be thinking of saving. Bernon is indeed thinking of saving. Okay, cool. I support this decision given the circumstances. You are about to fight Crocomire with 99 health and limited ammunition. I think K-Dove's been missing a couple of Dopplers. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, those numbers didn't match what Smokey just said, and we definitely just saw 40 from the Pirates on Varia. But yeah, that sounds right for Fantoon. Fantoon is down on K-Dub's side, and we are fighting Croc over on Bernon's side of things. Yeah, actually, I don't remember. I should remember how much damage Fantoon does with no suits, because Super Metroid Arcade, that happens a lot. But it also happens a lot when you have, like, 199 health or something, and it's basically lol rip. Alright, Crocomire down on Bernon's side of things, and we're about to see what's in wrecked ship on K-Dub's side. Alright, we got supers on the right. I'm assuming the "you can't do that" was regarding trying to cross the acid pit. And yeah, that sounds correct. Uh-oh. Please get out of there. Please spin jump and wall jump out of it. There you go. Cool. Alright, meanwhile, we've also got supers on the left at the bottom of wrecked ship. Well, Bernon does have high jump, does not have space jump, and does not have speed booster, so I'm not actually sure if Bernon can check anything here. I think he might still be able to check the top left of this room. But I think you might have to do the jump from the platform? I want to think I've done that. Yeah, Bernon is now realizing you can't do that. See if that platform will work. There you go. That'll totally work. You can do it. He's not doing it. Okay. That definitely could be wall jumped. You mean check grapple? Yeah. And it looks like he's gonna try that. Meanwhile, K-Dub into Spiky Death Room. I believe I did hear a save on K-Dub's side of things, which is a good idea when you don't have gravity for this room, depending on how much energy you have. K-Dub makes it through, though. Also, shoutouts to Jargle Bargle, who woke up recently and is probably watching. Alright, so there was a trash can beyond Spiky Death Room, and K-Dub decides to reset accordingly. The perils of Wave Beam. You can't do the through the floor glitch in Wrecked Ship main shaft if you blow out all those blocks at once. Well, the one thing going for Bernon right now that is not going in K-Dub's favor is Bernon is the one with screw attack, rather. Which could be handy for clearing out this room right now. Alright, K-Dub opening left door, turning around to check right of attic. That is the standard operating procedure. Meanwhile, Bernon trying again to green gate glitch here. Okay, looks like he made it. Now just please don't die to Puyos. Okay. Should be fine. Oh, and we have a very important pickup in the right of attic. Speed booster. I remember, I forget if it was a practice run I did, I completely forgot to check right of attic and it ended up being space jump, and that was kind of disappointing. That wasted a lot of time when I forgot that room existed. So yeah, generally don't forget that rooms exist. That's my advice for randomizers. And okay, K-Dub is gonna do the sneak preview here to see whether this is worth the time to. Oh yeah, it probably is. It's ice. How'd Bernon get down there with no E-tanks? One, Bernon had too much trouble with Mockball, so did not do Ron Popeil Room. Ron Popeil Room had 2 E-tanks. Yeah, Smokey, that is lucky that he just got speed. Meanwhile, here's another E-tank over in the ground maze. Smokey might also remember better than I do where the other E-tanks so far were found. That's true. I think one of the E-tanks was... Was there one of the E-tanks in Kraid's lair? Because, yeah, he hasn't fought Kraid yet. Is Bernon thinking of resetting? Bernon is resetting. That's true. We saved before Crocomire, so... I mean, I guess that's kind of a shortcut to get out. Meanwhile, K-Dove into Bowling Alley. And I'm seeing his camera in the periphery, and he's trying not to fall asleep during Bowling Alley. A very solid choice. Oh, he did get the jump that time. Okay, cool. Yeah, Bernon had not checked this room last time, I believe. And that's a trash can, which K-Dove doesn't really want, I guess, but has to take because K-Dove really wants what's in the back. But yeah, I'm really hoping that Bernon finds an energy to— oh no! Welp. I'm guessing Bernon might skip that super now, too.
You're looking really good today.
What on earth? Oh, that is a follower alert, or sub alert, actually. Wow. I'll just mute for a second. Okay, that's over. K-Dev has some interesting sub alerts, apparently. Yeah. Hey, everybody, you're looking good today, apparently. And that's fine. Complimenting the shatters. That's fine. I guess. Or it's creepy. I don't know. Oh, wow. Bernon actually... Whoa, Bernon, you are crazy. Bernon's a wild man over here. He did check that right item. Is such a thing even possible? Oh no! Bernon, you could have totally... Wait, isn't this the room that you can farm at the left side? Oh, but I keep forgetting. It's also the room that there's an energy refill to the right of it. And I said the same thing last time, and I haven't learned yet that there's an energy refill to the right of it. Okay, this is probably not a good idea. Yeah, get out of there, please. Yeah, I think I'm gonna term that room the, oh, right, I don't want to be here, actually, room. Alright, meanwhile, now K-Dev's checking the volcano room. And that's Spazer, and I guess we'll take it, since we don't have plasma, so why not? Shoutouts to Darkrid, who actually lit up the Spacer icon like half an hour ago, instead of Space Jump. Probably 20 minutes ago. Darkrid was actually just telling the future. It's fine. Yeah. Meanwhile, wait. Bernon, where are you going? And you're not seriously thinking, this is not possible. I don't know what Bernon's play is here, because you're not going to get down to Ridley with 75 health. I said space jump. I even corrected myself once, or not corrected, but re-accentuated and enunciated myself once. You're just tired, it's fine. It's okay to be tired. Oh, okay, he's going... Okay, he's not going to Ridley. Yeah, I just automatically assume that if someone's going through those rooms, they're going to Ridley. He's going to check the other side of Bubble Mountain. That's fine. Just gotta be careful. I'm still hoping that he finds E-Tanks. I mean, I'm hoping he survives and then finds E-Tanks. The Remembered Highway? Did they really call it that? Huh. I'm actually kind of surprised KW decided to go all the way through here, because KW already knew what was back here, and it's not that exciting. But I'm gonna guess he has a plan. Meanwhile, yes indeed, that was an E-Tank in Gauntlet. I thought I saw that, and then I confirmed by seeing Smokey's message, so thanks. Meanwhile, I'm gonna assume Bernon didn't actually make it across Wave yet. Oh, didn't actually go in the top route. Okay, yeah. Probably, again, realizing you can't cut that corner without Speed Booster. Oh, okay, I see what K-Dub's going for now. K-Dub is going for Criteria Supers check. Yep, Cal has it. Yeah, I suppose. That should be good enough to get across, if they stay frozen. I called it right as it happened. Yeah, doing this... Ah, jeez. Having to do this with Spazer requires being a little careful if you want to freeze these guys in the right place. It's annoying. Alright, so we've got a super at the pre-wave missile. Oh, yeah, unintended Kegos are kind of the worst, aren't they? Okay, now... Wow, barely got it. Right ahead of that first one coming out again. Holy cow! Well, that was a worthwhile investigation indeed. So, yeah. Criteria Supers is a required visit in this seed. I mean, unless you're going to do Suitless Meridia, which I don't think either of these runners wants to do. And Gravityless Slower Warfare, which I also don't think they'd want to do. Now maybe he's going to check. I don't remember if they were able to check below Mother Brain. I'm assuming not. So, probably going to check that. Oh, did Wave have another trash can? Yeah, one of the first races that I restreamed had Varia at Criteria Supers. And one of the runners did not. Well, one of the runners didn't go for it, and then it was the first thing they guessed after they forfeited and asked what really went wrong. I think I said something like, Varia was in a really rude place, and they were like, it was at Criteria Supers, wasn't it? Yeah, like, I'm so torn about doing the early check for Criteria Supers, because it takes so bloody long, but it's kind of nice to knock it out if it ends up not being important. K-Dub didn't do Billy Mays, did he? That's true. Suppose he is in Go mode. He's got plenty of regular missiles. Hey! Meanwhile, Bernon got an E-Tank. I'm happy about this. Yeah, I'm sure Bernon's also happy. I didn't see what Porch Light was. Meaning the ceiling before Speed Booster. Alright. I'm assuming he's not going to really be able to go for left side. Alright, K-Dove heading... Oh no, K-Dove is exploding the tank now, but going to head to Lower Norfair first, I guess. Bernon saving. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's true. I guess if you want to route it so that you've got the faster way out, you would want to do Ridley first. We haven't found out what was at ice either. Or crumble blocks. He's actually going to check it. It's as if he heard me. You don't necessarily even need to worry about this. Okay, Bernon having a little trouble getting back through here. And of course doesn't have speed booster yet, so... Or space jump. Space jump was probably more relevant to that sentence. Alright, PB's at Ice Beam. Alright, Smoke is the Hundo Princess. I'm just paranoid, so I try to check as much as possible, too. I mean, it is full randomization, you never know. But I'm of the opinion that full random makes it a lot more interesting, but I know that some people find it probably more annoying because they have to check everything. Alright, be careful going through that door, K-Dove. Okay, good. It's an E-tank. Gonna take it anyway. Alright. Actually, I guess that's fine because he could even go the bottom way back if he wants. Yeah, Jargle, I think I saw that. I was doing work at that point, but I saw that come up while I was in the middle of a meeting, and I was like, oh no, he missed something, and I don't know what. And yeah, K-Dove is going through the other way. Meanwhile, Bernon moving on to Kraid. Bernon deciding he doesn't really care about those power bombs. K-Dove rightfully deciding he does care about picking up those power bombs, though. Because where we're going, we're probably going to need them. Alright, Bernon gonna stay safe and farm a bit here before Kraid. And of course it's just giving him missiles when all he probably wants is energy, thanks. It's still... wow. Okay, no, he's getting some energy. He's also getting a lot of nothing, though. That's pretty rude. Okay, there was some energy. Meanwhile, let's see... Alright, K-Dove is going for the Shine Spark here, I guess. Not bothering with... Alright, he's got it. Not bothering to check, GT. I was wondering if he was gonna do that, maybe, but... I wouldn't have in his position. Alright, meanwhile, we've got... Oh, well, he got a couple of good hits on Kraid there, but one of them hit the hand. I'm guessing one more? No, that hit the hand too. There you go. Yep, one more. So, Kraid's down, and we did see the Kraid DLC, everybody. Burn, well, depends on what you mean by not dying, because I think Burn did die in that process at least once, and also reset once. Oh, if you're talking about the... He did actually go through the acid pit to check the item, though. And did that without dying. That surprised everybody. And probably forced some people to change their pants, but... We're here now. Yeah, I kind of want to learn that short charge now. Although I'm not actually sure. I mean, it saves time over having to power bomb through that room, that's for sure. And since K-Dub doesn't have screw attack, that's probably the right call. Hey, Bernon gets a second E-Tank. Of course, we did see this E-Tank before, because K-Dub got it. K-Dub really wishes he had screw attack now. Or power bombs. Taking them because, well, they are pretty much the power bombs of shame right now. But knowing you could probably use them. And then immediately exercising his right to use one on the Desgiga there. I mean, in any percent, they are the power bombs of shame, because if you need them, then you done goofed. Okay, right. Bernon did get wave. I forgot about that. I was just thinking for a second. Did Bernon check Phaser? Yeah, he did. Meanwhile, K-Dub through the Kung Fu Fighting Pirates room. I don't know what the heck to call it. Normally accustomed to opening that door with plasma, but one of the critters ate it instead. It is the dojo. Alright, I wasn't that far off. Alright, so K-Dove probably only had about, I'm guessing, I didn't see the count at the beginning, but probably only about 5 extra supers here, but he's got plenty of missiles if he has to. Oh, he had 37? Thanks. Okay. I would probably still manage to goof that up. Meanwhile, let's see where Bernon's heading to next. I guess possibly going to check the pink Brinstar rooms that he neglected before. Either that or Retro Brinstar. Yeah, looks like heading back to pink Brinstar. That's good, because he should find a very important item there. Wow, yet another seed with Ridley stashing explosives. I think somebody needs to call an investigator on Ridley's house. I made the dumb joke before in Jargle's stream that it seems like more often than not Ridley is either stashing explosives or hiding his credit card. Because he's either got bombs or charge. Alright, if I recall correctly, space was a Terminator room, so hopefully that's where Bernon is headed next. Yep, looks like it. He's got screw attack, so, and he's got 299, so he should, and Varia, so he should not need to have much to worry about here. Well, that wasn't what he expected. Okay. Oh, the spikes only do like 15 damage there. And yes, Bernon finally has space jump. That's got to feel quite a bit better. And definitely makes wrecked ship available to him. Yeah, I was thinking Varia probably greatly reduced the spike damage. I just remember I died in that room once, and I didn't die to the side hopper. I died to the spikes, but I also realized I didn't even catch how much energy I had going into it. I feel like K-Dub may have just had an error in judgment there based on assuming normally having screw attack there. Alright, yeah, checking some quick escape items, but not bothering. Meanwhile, I suppose he's going for the Billy Mays check? I don't think we've seen the Billy Mays room yet, have we? Meanwhile, we found another E-Tank at Three Musketeers. Oh, right, and since Bernon has space jump now, this shouldn't be too big of an issue. Is he going to turn off high jump? He is going to turn off high jump just to hedge his bets. Yeah, that jump was too early. You have space jump though. Okay, good. He got the down grab to get back out. I was wondering if he was going to have to turn high jump back on to get out of there. There you go. Alright, that wasn't bad. Second try. Meanwhile, K-Dub just finding screw attack. Yeah, I definitely, like, I find these seeds pretty to Chad's point, I find these seeds pretty enjoyable at, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of mid-tier. Because I sure as heck ain't gonna do Suitless Meridia. I don't even trust myself to do Gravityless, LN. Oh, and we had Plasma and Billy Mays. Yeah, that's useful. But it's okay. I mean, K-Dub has means to finish the game, at any rate. Also, smartly doing farming in Upper Norfair. Because the bugs here have a better drop rate for supers. Although I'm wondering what his play is, because he's only got 21 of them. Although, wait, we already finished Ridley. I'm forgetting that. He's going up and out, and just getting enough to deal with Batoon, presumably. Don't mind me. I'm also a little bit tired. Clearly. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have anything else left to call at Shacktool? Oh. Guess what Bernon is about to check, I hope. Once he gets in there, because jumping is hard. No, where are you going? Bernon. Bernon, please. Oh, Bernon doesn't have ice. Or speed booster. Never mind, he can't actually check that. Alright, so he needs to come back to this, though. Oh gosh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, he could still check it. Hopefully it's at least in his mind to come back to, potentially. But yeah, that's where I'm talking about, where I might be inclined to check it just so I know whether I have to bother with it, even though it does feel slow to do. I mean, it is slow to do. And yeah, well, he's got screw attack, so getting past the Boyons wouldn't be that bad. But yeah, it takes a while. Speed was in Wrecked Ship, right? Yeah, it was in Attic. Meanwhile, let's see what's at the top of Aqueduct. We've got supers and more supers. I wanted to call it. And he'll take them because, hey, you know, that's padding our margins for Torian in the end. And also even now for Batuan, really. And also Dragon, since we don't have grapple and we don't have microwave ingredients. Ah, yes, so Bernon found Spazer, but Bernon already has Plasma, so that's an intriguing little development. In contrast to K-Dov's situation when he got there. And if it were me, I would have had a 50-50 chance of picking up Spazer like an idiot anyway, and then regretting the next 10 seconds of my existence when I go into the menu to unequip it and put Plasma back on. Oh, that's a good question. Oh dear. Does he... I guess we should also ask, does he feel comfortable doing Gauntlet with 2 tanks? But he's got Space Jump. It should be fine, as long as he doesn't get grabbed by any of these guys on the bottom. They're jerks. Meanwhile... Oh, we found Charge. Charge is in the post-bot 20 tank. Yeah, I had also missed it on the initial inspection. Because he probably speed boosted through it and then was like, wait, I want this. Did Bernon not save its ship? Or is he just trying to... No. I'm guessing he didn't save its ship. Because he's coming back through here now. I already forgot what the gauntlet item was. Yeah, he wanted the E-Tank. That's what I thought it was. So I was gonna say, if he didn't even want the gauntlet item, then he could have just reset if he had saved at the ship. But, alright, we got supers at Precious. But yeah, 3 tanks is considerably more comfortable than 2 for Fantoon, I would say. Yeah, it was missiles and supers in the crumble room, which he knew from checking previously. Fascinating times over here with those 2 extra blocks that really wanted to stay right where they were. Yeah, I don't think we've spotted X-Ray yet. Maybe that's a check tool. Meanwhile, K-Dove going for the Shine Spark opener. Oh, and even more Shine Sparks. I mean, he's got energy for it. So, maybe gonna try for blue suit ending? Wait, what did I say wrong? Alright, well, Dragon is down. Doesn't look like K-Dove ended up with blue suit out of it, though. So is that seriously random, or can you... Oh, that's what you're talking about. The timer is not fitting. That's not the right... What? Let's try that again. There we go. Please stop snapping around. Thank you. Okay, there, we fixed it. That is one thing that I am guilty of on more than one occasion. Meanwhile, Bernon getting his 4th energy tank. You need to hit Dragon in a certain spot to get it. Okay, interesting. Because, yeah, that was one thing that puzzled me when I watched Chronic Sauce's Hundo tutorial, is I'm pretty sure he made it sound like it was random, and I'm like, that seems weird. Like, in practice, I've gotten it a couple times. I don't know if I've ever not gotten it in cases where I actually, like, Shine Sparked her to death, but I'm not consistent at all at Shine Sparking her to death in the first place. Meanwhile, K-Dove making a direct exit out of Meridia, looks like. I mean, that must feel terrible for people who rely on Blue Suit to get good, like, any percent or hundo times. If it's that fickle to mess up. Alright, so Bernon's gonna move on to, Wreck Ship now. Meanwhile... K-Dub should be on his way to Torian at this point. Credibility undercut by emoji use? Never. Alright, K-Dub getting all of his stock replenished. Alright, K-Dub getting the screw attack on equip out of the way here for Zeb skip later. No, Smokey, I got that. I went in the OBS source and just hit interact on it and did it that way. So this is quite the gap we've got here in terms of our runners, because we've got one on the way to the second boss and one on the way to Baby. But on the bright side, at least both runners are making progress, so there's that. Bernon definitely had a bit of a rough start and was without E-Tanks for quite a while. So that made things difficult. Well, I mean, the Baby will take away all of Dev's beams and then give him a better one. Does that count? Meanwhile, it's kind of funny that I think originally we were thinking Bernon might end up having to head into Phantoon with 2 E-Tanks, and now he's got 5. Alright, we are done having our suit sing the song of its people. Seems like Bernon's stream is breaking up a little bit more right now. Uh-oh. Bernon may have accidentally incited the wrath of Fantoon here. But fortunately he's got screw attack, so it should be fine. Unless he misses a spin jump like that last one, but mostly fine. Meanwhile, K-Dov's wisely using the regular missiles on Mother Brain 1. Doesn't have a whole ton of wiggle room on Mother Brain 2, but should be fine. And obviously can fall back to charge if necessary, but looks like he's pretty much banking on just using all the supers. Yep, we're into catch-up phase already, and Fantoon is down for Bernon. With not a whole lot of energy to spare. I forget exactly how many of the reserve tanks he found. I missed whether K-Dov technically had enough energy to try for stand-up glitch in the beginning, or whether that wasn't a thing. Because at first it looked promising. But yeah, instead, K-Dov just had a drink of water on his end, and is now waiting for cutscene to finish. Meanwhile, Bernon's starting to do the wrecked ship checks now. Yeah, I mean, I remember somebody commenting in the Discord about that. Wouldn't it only save you, like, at most something like 7 or so hyper shots? So yeah. It would give you something to do, but yeah, I can see Darkred's point about it basically being unnecessary risk. Alright, yeah, Bernon should definitely take this save. Does not have a whole heck of a lot of health for checking Spiky Death. I wonder if he'll even bother. If I recall correctly, there was a trash can there, and K-Dov just reset. He has 100 in reserve, but he's gonna try it. Meanwhile, K-Dov working on the escape. Space jump will help, but, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right, I remember hearing this from somebody. Reserve tanks won't help you with the falling spikes, because you will immediately take damage again. And you will die. So yeah, I think this time Bernon is electing to just skip it, which all he's going to miss out on is a trash can, so it's fine. Also, clearly I do have some stream delay going on because KDev has actually already donned. But we will see here in a second. His official SRL time was 1:14:30. Yeah, there's always stream delay. It's usually a little less than that, though. That's why I was surprised. Although I do have to remember I did pause the one stream to catch up with the other two, so that's probably really what did it. But yeah, GG to K-Dove. The typing noise is me typing GG enter. Let me see. I'll hop into the voice channel and we'll see if... Darkred already sassing him. No stand-up, Kappa. Meanwhile, Bernon just checked Rite of Attic. Does that mean Bernon has Speed Booster now? I think that means Bernon has Speed Booster now. Alright, let me mute for a second so I can ask K-Dove if he wants to get in here. Yeah, Bernon just commented on how little energy he ended up finding in the beginning. As he finds one here. Probably wrote that message as he picked up the C-Tank. Okay, K-Dove is gonna hop in at some point soon. I'm thinking Bernon might actually just decide to stop it here. Well, let's see what items we didn't find. Oh, also I guess I'll switch the stream audio, huh? Yeah, I switched it just in time as K-Dove went and turned on his mic. Let me go and update that. Okay, yeah, Bernon just forfeited as he sat down in bowling alley.
Hello?
Hey, let me raise my volume on this end, because that's really quiet. Hang on.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I can probably adjust your volume here. Yeah, let me do that. Alright, try again.
Hello?
Alright, that's slightly better. I can adjust it more.
Okay.
Okay, now
Real
try.
close to the... Hello?
Alright, that's about as good as I can get it.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I don't know why it's so quiet. I gotta look at my audio setup, but yeah. So, GG.
Yeah. That was a pretty interesting one. I think people in chat want me to let you know that you missed Plasma and Billy Mays.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I was... When I started going back down Retro Bryn, I thought about going back to Billy Mays, but I had enough to do Lower Norfair comfortably.
Yeah.
So I kind of just skipped it. However, I did keep looking for it, and when I was heading to Dragon and I saw Charge, like I backtracked.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, it'd be really nice if Plasma was, in Precious Room or something like that. So
Yeah. No, it was funny because I think both myself and Smokey, who ended up tracking, missed what was at the post-bot 20 tank until...
do well, I should say, but...
Oops, let me mute Bernon because he turned his mic on as well, and I will throw on some background music instead. But yeah, it was funny that you kind of did the rubber band effect there, and then we saw it when you returned for it.
Yeah, and I should have. I had enough because I was gonna do Dragon with Speed Booster, so and I knew I was gonna do that, so I shouldn't have gone back. I should have just picked it up on the way back, but I don't know. I really wanted charge because I was looking for charge. So
yeah. It was nice that people were calling like charge in Space Jump Room or something like that. So it was nice that it was nice that nothing that incredibly rude happened. X-Ray was at Mama Turtle. Smokey pointed that out in chat.
Oh, okay. That would have been nice for Botwoon or something. But yeah. I wouldn't have had charge, so it wouldn't have mattered. Or Plasma. So I was really surprised that Rex Ship had as much as it did. Finding Speed Booster and Ice there. Because in all the seeds I've played, like, I think I found a suit once in Rex Ship. So.
Oh, I feel like, I forget if this was one that I restreamed or what, but I feel like there was one time where Gravity was at Rex Ship Reserve and somebody didn't, oh yeah, it might have even been my first race against Freya Spirit where we ended up on a wild goose chase for Speed Booster because we knew we needed to go back to Rex Ship for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. And it was nice finding Speed Booster and Ice so close to each other because Ice was Speed Boost lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one of those cases where, like, if you hadn't found Speed Booster there, it's sometimes actually, like, I had one seed in practice where it was advantageous to check the Gravity Suit item before checking the back of Bowling Alley.
Yeah, if I hadn't found Gravity at Shaft Supers, I was gonna do Billy Mays. Sorry about that.
I think we've got Bernon in here now too. That might be where. Hi, Bernon.
Hello.
But yeah, finish your thought, K-Dub.
Yeah, I was gonna backtrack to Billy Mays and then do Waterway, and yeah, luckily I didn't have to do any of that. I was really happy about that.
But yeah, pivoting over to Bernon for a second. Bernon, I know you commented in the SRL room as well. You had no E-Tanks for a pretty long time.
It was 44 minutes when I found my first reserve tank.
you took
and
note
then
of that.
a few minutes after that I got my first E-Tank. And it caused me to skip a few different things, like Mission Impossible.
Yep,
So
and that had Space Jump.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so the interesting thing was Bernon ended up with Screw Attack first, but K-Dub got Space Jump a lot sooner.
GG, K-Dub.
Yeah, good seat. GG, Bernon.
I saw before we started that part of the number sequence for the seed had 666 in it, and I knew that wasn't a good sign. So.
Oh, the number sequence had it this time. People are usually looking at like the number of letters in the names. And there were two of those with sixes too, I think.
Yeah, and then finding Screw Attack out of Lower Norfair, that was like adding insult to injury right there too.
Yeah.
It's like I really could have used this down there, but no.
Yeah, so you had a rougher time. It was funny because like we got to see you have an easier time with certain things because of Space Jump, but then Bernon had an easier time with some things because of Screw Attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely an interesting one because the difference in item acquisition caused you to take both. Each of you took like completely different routes, basically.
Okay.
When I didn't have any E-Tanks, I felt kind of pigeonholed down towards Norfair, and then found various who kind of just kept that train going a little bit.
Well, so that was the interesting part.
Exactly where to go from there.
The interesting part, if I recall correctly, K-Dub, you went to Upper Norfair rather, and you got Varia, but then you went back up, didn't you?
Yeah, I did go back up because I wanted to go to Fantoon first, but I wasn't comfortable enough with the amount of health I had and the and no suits or anything like that.
Right.
So I went down, I got Varya because I can't tell. So like I said, I've never found anything at Wreck Ship. Very rarely do I find anything there. But high jump boots have had in that room. There's been a suit or something of value in one of those 3 items. Just about like more than 50% of the seeds I've played.
But yeah, it was also interesting. On the note, on the subject of amount of energy going to Fantoon, I think when Bernon first approached Fantoon, he was sitting at like 2 E-tanks initially, and we were all like, wow, is he going to feel comfortable about that? And then when he finally actually went into Wreck Ship and approached and got to Fantoon, he had 5 E-tanks, so it was quite a bit better.
Yeah, because there was
top
one
of Red Tower.
that moat.
Yeah. Red Tower moat.
Pretty slim pickings on the E-tanks there.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. Ron Popeil room had 2 E-tanks.
Yeah. Knockball is not a strong trick for me, and I just started a new controller today so that I could use that later.
Right.
So getting used to the new controller, and I didn't want to waste too much time on it.
Yeah, that would definitely do it. I
So
didn't even think
I
about
bailed
that.
out of there.
Yep. Alright, well, any other thoughts from either of you?
No, just I want to say thank you to Bernon for the race, the trackers, the commentators, Jay for putting the tournament on, everyone else involved. Just thank you very much for this.
Yeah, thanks for racing. It was fun to watch. Bernon, anything?
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with everything that K-Dub said, and thank you, Kenny, for delaying your match. That I believe we'll be trying to get started here in a few minutes.
Yeah, and if you can help to get that one kicked off on the restreaming, that would be great. But I figured that's the one way we could try to guarantee that both of these things get restreamed, because both have the promise of being pretty hype matches.
I will absolutely do that.
All right, cool. Well, thanks a lot.
I'm going to go ahead and sign off there so that I can get started on that.
All right.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks again.
All right. Yep. Thank you, everybody. And also thank you, everybody in chat, for hanging out and watching the race and chatting it up. And stay tuned, because we will be changing the guards on Restream, so I will have to cut over here. But we should have another race coming up shortly, within, I don't know, 10 or so minutes, hopefully. We'll see what happens. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back here pretty soon.